Now, Halle, why are you playing tug of war with your own child? So Halle filed a child custody case against DDG on June 20th after she saw him and India Love at the streamer prom.
The court denying DDG's mom to be the supervisor for DDG's visit to Elo. Let's talk about this. Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So there's updates on the DDG and Halle situation. At this point, I feel like every other week we'll have to talk about these two people. But yeah, you see, guys, be careful who you choose to have your child with. Messy, messy. But anyway, we all know that Halle has a restraining order and also she has the main custody of the child. I don't know, somebody is going to explain the difference, but I think she has like custody of the child, and that is why she was able to travel with Halo to Italy for work. And now DDG filed a petition like he wants to go see his son. DDG has to go through a supervised visit anytime he needs to see Halo. And DDG put the petition to the court that the mom should be the person to supervise the visit. And Halle denied it like, no, I don't want his mom close to my son, even though that's her grandchild. Like, I don't want her close to, if DDG is coming to see our son, then it has to be on a very neutral ground. The court that it has to be someone neutral, and the court accepted the argument that Halle brought that DDG's mom should not be the supervisor of DDG visits. And also it's been said that DDG wants his mom there because DDG doesn't take care of Halo. Is the mom that does that. That's why DDG wants the mom there. So this has really struck conversation. Some people are saying that Halle is being jealous is because DDG now came out that he's dating India Love, which okay, and that's why Halle is now pushing for this. And now I think they said Halle now wants a sole custody, a child custody, like she wants to be the one to determine what goes on in Halo's life and all that. But yeah, anyway guys, let's go get people's thoughts on this and what they think about the entire development that's going on with this too. And shout out to my girl Nosy Bystander. She's going to break everything down. So yeah, let's go check it out and then we'll come back and talk more.
Is his mom in the drama? Probably. That's why the judge said she can't supervise in Italy. And shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for putting the story together for us because apparently DDG, as well as Halle, had court today. Now, according to DDG's lawyer, they were arguing to see if DDG could go to Rome to see his son with Halle while she was filming her movie. And as you guys already know, Halle has already been in Italy for 2 months filming this movie. And because she was granted temporary sole custody of the baby, that's why the baby is in Rome with her. Now, according to Halle's attorneys, they are concerned about the parameters at which DDG is attempting to get a supervised visit. Well, he was attempting to get for a supervised visit. According to court documents, DDG had suggested his mother fly into Rome with him to be a court-appointed supervisor for him, Halle, and the baby. Now, according to Halle and her attorneys, they stated that there was no problem with DDG visiting Rome, but his mama? Now, according to Halle's attorney, they stated that DDG's mom enables their behavior and she has made things worse by constantly posting about Halle as well as the baby. They went ahead and argued that a neutral third-party monitor, not a family member, should oversee the visit. The judge agreed and said that he thought that request was reasonable because it is. The judge stated that Halle and DDG needed to work together to find a moderator in Rome before his scheduled visit. The judge had also warned DDG that he is not to share any of his visits in Rome with Halle, the baby, online.
Okay.
I know that mad. I know he mad he can't post his trip. He can't stream that trip. He can't post that. I know he mad about that. You're not going to be able to convince me otherwise that he's only scheduling this visit to Rome simply so he can stream it to his weird little fans. Now, all he can do is go to Rome and present himself as a mutual co-parent, and I like to see how that's going to turn out. They're scheduled back in court on the 26th, I believe in July, so I'm going to keep you guys posted on any new updates on this ongoing custody battle.
Now, Halle, why are you playing tug of war with your own child? So Halle filed a child custody case against DDG on June 20th after she saw him and India Love at the streamer prom. I guess that had her heated. It had her 38 hot at that point. Now, let's also remind you that I believe like a month or two ago, she had like a restraining order on him. So he was not to come within 100 feet of her or Halo. So I don't understand why she would be bothered enough to file a child custody case. Now, mind you, she already filed for sole custody. Sole custody and child custody are a little different. Sole custody is just saying that she wants Halo to stay with her. But, you know, DDG would be able to have Halo at his house and take him places, you know, maybe have him a few days. But filing a child custody, that means that she gets to delegate, or the judge will determine who gets to delegate where Halo can be at all times, who he can stay with, who he's, who's going to have sole responsibility over him, so forth and so on. So it just seems like she's trying to do as much as possible as far as stripping DDG from his parental rights from Halo. And just because you see something online that you don't like, you see your what used to be your man with another woman, that should not make you feel some type of way. It should not make you feel like he shouldn't be able to see his own child. I don't know. They both doing too much for me. And I'll admit, maybe I was wrong about Halle, because I was like, people want her to be the bad girl because she has this good girl persona. But I mean, jealousy and envy will make you do some crazy things.
Halle Bailey told the judge in the custody battle with DDG, I don't even trust his mammy. Huh? Halle Bailey told the judge in the custody battle with DDG, I don't even trust his damn mammy. So y'all know DDG, he is fighting for his kid. He been trying to get out there to visit his kid. Halle Bailey, y'all know, she wants supervised visits. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's going on between them, we ain't even gonna talk about that no more. But this is crazy that when she asked for supervised visits, DDG said, well, can my mom be the one that supervised? Because 9 times out of 10, she's going to want to see her grandbaby too. Halle Bailey said that, said DDG mother uphold him in all his nonsense and his abusive ways, and she do not want that around a kid. Matter of fact, she want the whole thing supervised by basically the state or the government, whatever y'all want to call it. Basically, Halle said she want them people in their business all the way. She don't want to feel like get comfortable at all. Now, I can't say what happened between him and Halle. I got in trouble for that last time. But what I will say is this. If you feel like the person who you made a child with and his mother can't even come see the child all the way in Italy, come on now. Like, that's at some point, this whole thing is going to go to a point where it's no coming back from it. Like, even after you and DDG call yourself forgiving each other, certain people are always going to look at both sides different. And that's just how these situations pan out. I hate to see it for them like that, because like I always say, man, Halo is the only one that's going to suffer after all of this. I'm just updating y'all with the news. I'm just the messenger.
So the judge granted DDG supervised visits so that he's able to see his son. DDG requested that his mom be the supervisor of the visit, and the judge denied, and I'm glad that he did. I feel like his mom being there is only going to make the situation worse. I grant that she do want to see her grandchild, but you don't allow DDG and Halle to be able to resolve their own issues, because once family starts to become involved into their problems, that's only going to make the situation worse. So I feel like at the end of the day, I am glad that the judge did also deny him to be able to stream the visitation. I do think that at this point, everything needs to be done in the best interest of Halo. And also, everything needs to be handled off of social media until stuff die down, until y'all get to a point, until they get to a point where they can co-parent effectively,
So Halle and DDG just came from court, and it is granted. DDG will be able to go to Italy to visit Halo in July. And if y'all remember, Halle had requested that the judge says that DDG cannot be posting Halo on any of his social media accounts. So before y'all be like, oh, well, there's no proof that DDG went to go see Halo in Italy. Well, baby, he can't post them, so that's one. And I don't know, I just have a feeling that Halle is plotting something to get more evidence against DDG. I don't know what it is, but I hope that DDG plays it smart and just does not even interact with Halle, because we already know what she's capable of. And I actually found out today that Halle had filed for full custody with a restraining order when DDG posted India on his page. So it was never about Halo. It was never about him, how he was a parent, how he was a father. It all was because of Halle's jealousy, even though that they wasn't together. But yeah, I did want to come and give you guys an update on the DDG and Halle situation, especially with the court, because there's a lot of controversy going on. And we don't know exactly when DDG is flying to Italy, how long he'll be there, whatever the case is. But just know that he is going to see his son next month. So y'all can't be calling him this and that, because y'all was saying, oh, but why can't he go visit Halo in Italy? Well, y'all forgot that he cannot be 100 feet to Halle, so how would that even work out? But listen, it is what it is. But finally, after months, and I really hope that Halo does recognize DDG, because that would be really, really sad if he didn't.
DDG's mother should have either A, minded her business and not said nothing, or B, should have publicly held her son accountable. Just like how she publicly disparaged Halle, she should have publicly told her son about himself. Because now look, Daryl was trying to have his mom be the court-appointed monitor for his supervised visits in Rome with Halo, and that got denied. Why? Because his mama was running her mouth. And we all know that Daryl wanted his mama to come so that way she could record him being a good dad with Halo, when ultimately she would be the one taking care of Halo. Halle said it herself that his mom takes care of Halo, not him. And in no way is the mom an impartial, unbiased party. She's a narcissistic woman that raised two men that turned out to be abusers, enables them, so that means she doesn't see anything wrong with it. After Halle got her tooth allegedly chipped by DDG, she came to the house, told the mama and the family what happened. None of them cared. I wouldn't want her around my kid as a monitor either. Also, for all the teenage boys and boys with kids that they probably don't take care of, as well as the pick-me girls that decided to take DVD's side, especially after he showed those insignificant screenshots of Halle's and saying that postpartum depression is an excuse and Halle's crazy, Y'all realize that a judge saw those screenshots that DVD showed, and yet DVD is still having to do supervised visits. Think about that real quick. Daryl is only allowed to have supervised visits with his son. He's not even allowed to stream him going to Rome. Why do you think that is? Because Halle showed a judge a preponderance of evidence that showed that DDG cannot be trusted with the baby by himself. He needs a babysitter. And a judge agreed with her. Daryl waited a month after Halle was awarded temporary full custody to petition for full custody, just for him to get immediately denied and have to do supervised visits with his kid. The judge saw through his narcissism. And for y'all people that can't, y'all got 2 brain cells. And you know who else got 2 brain cells? India Love. Only a caw bird could be with a man that just had a TRO granted against him for DV. India, stand up.
DDG has now been granted permission to visit Halo in Italy, but can't post about him, and he will be supervised by a court professional. I think him needed to be monitored to see his own son is absolutely absurd. Like, is this jail? Like, is he visiting a prison? Why do he gotta be monitored to see his own seed? That's not even the crazier part. In order for him to go see his son eye to eye in person, hand contact, he has to go to Italy. And I know that Halle is doing business right now in Italy. She's got her little project going on, so that's probably the only reason why he gotta go to Italy. But that's crazy. So you telling me I gotta take like an 18 to 20 hour flight just to see my son, and then when I see my son, I can't even be in the same room alone with my son? I gotta get supervised? Now, I see why them old heads used to always tell us, make sure you know who you have your kids with. Nowadays, you got to be careful, because me personally, no matter like what type of girl I'm with, I would never hold my kids against her. You know what I'm saying? Unless she's just like crazy, like I'm talking about like lunatic crazy. I feel like that's such a strong thing to do, is to hold somebody's kids against their will. But let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all think it's crazy that he got to visit his son and be monitored the whole time or not? Let me know down below in the comments.
So I saw that DDG was allowed to go to Rome to see his son. And if this is truly about his son, I'm absolutely okay with that. It's supervised visitations. I'm guessing they're going to find somebody in Rome that can supervise DDG while he sees his son. The biggest argument that I've seen is that he's not allowed to like stream, or he's not allowed to post about his son, which I keep telling people, bringing people back to the really big start of this, is that, you know, Halle and them are personal. He likes to stream. He likes to stream damn near everything that he does. And it's like, this is a very serious situation now. This is not play. This is not any of that. This is actually him fighting to be able to see his son. Right? So I hope that he's taking his visitations very serious. It's cool to troll and stuff like that, but this is a very serious situation, bro. You might not ever see your son again. So I hope that he goes over there and he actually takes it serious. I also think that it was a lot revealed during this case, you know, how the mom acts and stuff. The judge really does not like DDG's mom, in my opinion. I don't know if it's the text messages that he's seen or some of the activity that they both are pulling out in court. They're both talking about in court. And that's probably the worst thing, too, when like the grandparent is weird during the co-parenting and stuff. As a grandparent, I think that like clearly you can take your child's side, but this is also about the grandchild as well, right? So the fact that she can't nurture good relationships between Halle as well, and she's instigating certain things, is a red flag, right? And it's probably why DDG is in a lot of mess too, because she's probably telling him stuff and making it weird for him as well. So I'm glad that the judge made that decision and said, hell no, your mom cannot. She's instigating. She's being weird as well. And I hope he takes it serious, bro. That's it. That's all. I really do. I really hope he takes it serious from now on.
Babe, when I tell you, Halle said, I don't even trust DDG mama. Like, I don't trust him or the mama at this point. And I don't blame her. Any mama that, which I get it, you supposed to take up for your child, but you also supposed to tell your child when they wrong, this and that. I still got your back, but I'm going to let you know when you, and I'm still going to let you know when you wrong. Mama still got your back, but I got to let you know when you wrong. Period, point blank. And you got mamas out here that don't do that shit. Literally, they'll do it for their sons, but won't do it for their daughters. Literally. So, at this point, Halle don't even trust mama. And I wouldn't either. So, DDG is really trying to get out there so he can see his son. And the judge, DDG wanted his mama to supervise the visits. Halle said, nah. The judge said, got to find somebody else. So, at this point, pretty much, she want the government, the state, everybody all up and through their business. Period, point blank. At this point, she don't even give a damn. And I see a lot of people saying, oh, you can't come back from this. You can't come back from this. Baby, when she filed those papers, she couldn't come back from that. Period. She's letting him know, I'm done with the bullshit. I don't want nothing to do with you. Period, point blank. I'm going to let the courts decide every single thing. As she should. She should have been doing that in the first place. Period. Because when you try to come up and fight against somebody, a narcissist, his family, his mama, all these different people, you will never win. Do what you need to do, which is go to the courts. Let them handle every single thing that you need. Make sure, long as you telling the truth. Because if you a lying ass, you ain't telling the truth, look, I ain't on your side. As long as she's telling the truth and every single thing, she can show proof of everything she's talking about, and the courts can situate in everything else with visitation, they custody situation, all of that. Let the courts handle it. That's what they there. That is what they there for. If you and the parent cannot come to some type of agreement, I'd rather the courts handle it than the daddy just, oh, I'm just done with it. And it's just and that for the rest, you know, I'm just done with it till the kids turn 18, which I've seen a lot of those comments too. Oh, I'm just done with it till the kids turn 18, and after the kids turn 18, then I go back and I talk to them, and then I let them know or let her know how the mama was and this and that. At the end of the day, you still done literally lost out on 18 years, 16, 15, 14, however many it is, years of your child's life. You done missed milestones and all this different shit just so you can make a point to the mom that you really don't give a. No, go to the courts, dads, moms, whoever you are, go to the courts, get your rights, see your child, let them handle what they need to handle. That's their job to do that. Why are you arguing with this person that you're not even with anymore? Why are you going back and forth with this person? Exactly. Let the courts handle it. Period.
Anyway, guys, please go down and share your thought about this story down in the comment section. Okay, you're on this channel. We do it respectfully, so please be respectful as you drop your comment. We're here to have conversation. We're not here to tussle. Okay, so please be respectful. Okay, so this DDG and Halle situation, like, I don't think it's ever going to end. I feel like every other week we're covering something about them. We're talking about, there's always an update on the story. And for me, it's DDG mother actually, if I was Halle, I would definitely not allow the mother close to be the supervisor of the visit, because we all know how DDG mom was talking about how crazy Halle was when the initial story break out. We also saw how DDG mom went on and was talking trash about Halle. So if I was Halle, and Halle also knows the family dynamic, Halle has been with this family, lived with them. So Halle knows the relationship and knows what she's talking when she says she doesn't want the mom close, like, to supervise DDG's visit with Halo. But also another thing, we said it initially when Halle got pregnant and had the baby. Well, like, Halo is more like a content baby for DDG. If you know DDG, you know his content. DDG is always putting his business out there like that. And we saw how DDG was super excited to release Halo's photos and all that. So I feel like the court's taking that away from him, that he cannot stream his visit while he's in Italy. I don't think DDG is finding this funny at all. And I feel like Halle knows this. And this is why, like, as much as we talk trash about DDG and all that, I know, yes, the deed has already been done. And this is why we always warn. Be careful before the deed is being done. So that you're not in this situation where you're tussling. And I know, like, when the honey is honey and the moon is mooning, you're like, oh, you people just don't know him the way I know him. You see what I'm talking about? The person you choose to have a child with, it's it changed the direction of how your life move, where you're going to, how you go, the number of jobs you do, the number of hours you take, how much time you're going to spend in court, how much money you're going to spend with lawyers. Do you see? See, this is it. If they did not share a child, this breakup would have been clean, clear, halios. Bye. So you see, ladies, please. I know Halle is doing whatever she feels that is best for herself and her baby. Good, do you, whatever you think is best. Protect yourself, protect your pigs, protect your child. But all this could have been avoided if you did not have a child for DDG. This is not me victim blaming. This is me clocking the other young ladies out there. She cannot take the baby child. The baby is there. They have to deal with it. They will sort themselves out. Everybody will be fine at the end of the day. But this is for the young ladies out there. Be very, very careful. At that moment, it may be hot, steamy, loving, caring. But look at the bigger picture and ask yourself, is this a person I want to, like, if I have a child, is this a person I want to have a child with? Because if you look the dynamic between Halle and DDG, Halle is very private, DDG is out there, putting business out there. So what was she expecting was going to happen to this dynamic? Let's even say, okay, the relationship did not end. They did not break up. She doesn't like her business out there. DDG likes his business out there. So how did that even align? I'm even saying on the surface level of the things we know. So make it make sense. Make it make sense. So ladies, please be very careful. We're not going to see the visit. So yeah, and ladies talking about how Halle is being hateful, is out of jealousy. I don't know about that. For me, whatever transpired between Halle and DDG, I feel like it's way deeper than what we know. We, the people outside viewing in, is way deeper than that. So whatever reaction both of them are showing or are expressing in court and all that, comes down to that. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.